So now we start with your another subsection, that is food microbiology. Continuing with what was left behind in the earlier section, that is pigments and food flavors. So over here you will be referring to common books for both of these subsections. One of the very good books by Oxford publication is Food Science and Nutrition by Sunetra Rode. So you can refer to this book related for your nutrition related preparation, and it will also give you some information about your food pigments and flavors. Starting with the subtopics, in food microbiology, they have specifically dealt with the load of microorganisms present in food. Now, for this, you will have to study the various characteristics of these organisms, which means you will have to refer to their morphology, structure, how can we detect these type of microorganisms, that is, it could be bacteria, yeast, mold, spores, and vegetative cells. Apart from this, you will have to study their growth factors or what basically influences the growth of these microorganisms. There are some intrinsic as well as some extrinsic factors. There is growth and death kinetics. There is dilution studies, that is serial dilution, and how can you quantify them. So different methods of quantification. Now all of this has an amazing coverage in basic microbiology books such as that by Prescott. There is Microbiology by Frobisher, and there is Food Microbiology by William Fraser. So these are some very good books which you can refer. Moving further, there is food spoilage. Now, once again, this is definitely depending upon the type of microorganism, which spoilage bacteria are involved, whether there is some specific spoilage related to milk products, similarly for meat products. So, what are the contributing factors? Then followed by foodborne diseases. Certain microorganisms would not directly spoil the food but might cause certain type of diseases such as Staphylococcus, Clostridium and Aspergillus produce toxins. So you will have to study and list down these organisms and the toxins produced by them. There are certain pathogens, bacterial pathogens like Salmonella, Bacillus, Listeria, E. coli, Shigella, Campylobacter. Then you have fermented food, that is the good bacteria, which will help you in production of certain type of foods, that is buttermilk, yogurt, cheese, sausage, alcoholic beverages, vinegar, sauerkraut and soya sauce. For this coverage, let me first tell you what books you can refer. You can refer to Modern Food Microbiology by James J. Then there is Prescott's Microbiology, that is by McGraw-Hill publication. And you can also definitely refer to the regular microbiology books which we have covered earlier. Apart from reference, one important topic or one important activity which I would like you to do over here is that you need to make tables. When you are specially dealing with toxins produced, pathogenic type of organisms, it is very important that you know their mechanism of action. Now, most of the examinations will not focus directly on asking you which organism is going to produce which toxin, but they would rather throw you a question, a situational question or an analytical question where they will ask you the mechanism of action. So, until and unless you are clear with which organism produces which toxin and what is the mechanism of action, your study will remain incomplete. And these topics being volatile, you have to revise them thoroughly. Unlike the earlier topics in this subtopic, that is the characteristics, food growth factors, growth kinetics. Now, these can be well understood and studied. But however, the subtopics we are dealing with right now are pretty volatile. So you prepare tables in some book which you have maintained for revision, last minute revision. Write down the name of organism properly, write down the toxin which it is producing, and then write down the mechanism of action in front of it in very short terms which you can understand. So this should help you in quick revision, and most importantly, this should help you in better retention of the topic. Same goes for bacterial pathogens, as in write down their names, how these organisms are pathogenic, and where and what exactly would they be affecting to show their pathogenic action. Coming to the last subtopic, that is fermented food. Now, in fermented food, one important thing is, or obvious thing is, that you will definitely remember the names of the organisms involved. Now, apart from this, you have to prepare charts, flow charts of the production methods of all of these organisms, or of all of these products. Say if you are talking about cheese or any type of alcoholic beverage, then you have to list down different type of cheese, different type of alcoholic beverages which are available, and you have to prepare a flow chart for your own study. You prepare a flow chart of how the microorganism is going to affect, which stage will it enter, and not only that, you need to know the factors which will be influencing the end product. So although the fermented food and subtopic over here deals with microorganisms, but you need to know the entire procedure of the production, starting from the raw materials till the packaging end. So this is an important topic to remember. It is, first of all, it is very easy. Second, the only difficult thing over here is to remember the differences of microorganisms which are used in different products. So please make sure that you are well aware of different organisms in different food products helping in the fermentation.